Hi, I'm Mora and I'm from Barcelona, Spain. My background is on nanomedicine. I studied the bachelor's in nanoscience and nanotechnology in my hometown, Barcelona. And then I did the Erasmus Mundus on precision medicine. So I'm currently at K11, but the ORGESTRA network involves 4 different universities, patient organizations, companies, all towards one goal, to develop personalized models and new therapies for rare genetic diseases.
So, could you tell us what made you want to work in science?
Since my bachelor's, I've been captivated by all the potential that nanomedicine has to offer in bringing new therapies to the clinic.
So, what's the most interesting thing about your research?
So we're researching how a rare genetic disease called cystinosis affects the muscle, which at the moment is not known. Also, in order to do that, we grow mini muscles and organoids in vitro in our laboratory.
Great! Could you tell us a bit more about your project?
Sure, let's go to the lab. So I'm working on gene therapy for rare genetic diseases, more specifically on cystinosis, which is a very rare recessive disease that is caused by mutations in the CTNS gene. Now, this leads to the production of a dysfunctional CTNS protein that causes that all body cells accumulate cystine. Now, since it affects all body cells, it's a multi-system affection. Now, thanks to a drug called cysteamine, patients have a better quality of life. Still, it's not perfect. Patients need to uptake more than 40 pills a day, and this treatment leads to secondary effects such as nausea, bad odor, skin reactions. The idea of gene therapy is not to treat just the symptoms, but to focus on the root of the disease, which is the genetic dysfunction that leads to cystinosis.
So, what are you exactly researching?
So most of the research in cystinosis is focused on the kidney, since it's the main organ affected. Nevertheless, half of people living with cystinosis also develop a muscle affectation, which we call myopathy. Every time we break our muscle fibers, for example doing exercise, muscle cells are regenerated through a process that we call myogenesis. Here we have muscle cells that we artificially induce cystinosis. So here we actually grow these mini muscles, and then we study how the disease affects the early stages of myogenesis. Then we also use viral vectors to add back the functional gene and try to reverse these phenotypes.
So, what do you like best about your workplace?
I would say the quality of the research and the fact that our labs are shared between 4 different research groups, creating a very enriching collaborative environment.
What's the impact of your research on society?
So in collaboration with other candidates from ORGESTRA, we aim to study which gene therapeutic approach works better, and hopefully in the long term contribute to a better understanding of the disease, as well as to new therapies that could benefit people living with cystinosis.
Thanks for sharing this.